All right, today is an unhappiness with an insurance company day. Now, this is the door that was destroyed a few weeks ago. I believe it was because the electricians failed to shut the door, but the insurance agent, his last name is Dummer, D-U-M-M-E-R, and I just laugh because when you read his emails, I assume it's a he, I don't know, he comes across as a real dumber. Now, I'm not saying that's with a B, D-U-M-B-E-R. He does spell his name with the D-U-M-M-E-R. So he denied the claim. He said there was no way that I could prove that any of the subcontractors left the door open and destroyed it. But what he did say is, the door could have been pushed and destroyed because of the wind. Now, I've walked around the neighborhood. Not a single neighbor has had a door destroyed by the wind in the last month. Now, clearly he doesn't want to pay the claim. I get that. That's what insurance agents historically do. And it's kind of sad because most agents I've dealt with, and I'm sure with USAA, are wonderful people. They just get the job done. But this Dumber guy seems to be the stereotypical insurance agent. He doesn't want to pay the claim. Therefore, he's just going to come up with reason after reason after reason, whether they make sense or not, to not pay the claim. So that's what Dumber has done on this one. And he's the insurance company for the construction crew. So Dumber, I God love saying that name, told me that, well, maybe the door just pushed out because, it was windy. Although, like I said, no other door in the neighborhood has been destroyed. And then I pointed out that the bottom edge of the door, as you can see here, was never secured. It was never secured. This was secured, the top was secured, and the bottom was secured. So I emailed him back and said, hey, you're right. Maybe it's because the construction company failed to secure the door that the door blew out because of the wind. Oh no, now he's changed his mind again. I can't prove that happened. Although you can clearly see from my last video and this video that it's never been secured. Never. And there's a big gap there. But Dumber, God, that name makes me laugh. I can't believe anybody would have the last name of Dumber. But clearly he does. And it might actually be a reflection of who he is. Now, I like insurance agents. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bad-mouthing insurance agents. I would never do that. But some of them are jerks. And I'm not suggesting that Dumber is a jerk. I'm just suggesting that some insurance agents are jerks. And in this case, he said, no way could I prove that the electricians left the door open and it got destroyed. And that it probably was a defective door. Well, and then I point out that the fact that it wasn't secured on the bottom, now his response is, well, I can't prove that. I can't prove that. And yet he's the one who suggested that it was the wind that blew the door in and out. So the bottom line is he's not going to pay for this damage unless my insurance company argues the issue with him. I am theorizing, I'm suggesting, thinking that the insurance companies don't want to get into a battle because it's a relatively low cost fix. Well, at least for them. It costs more to fight the issue than it does to just pay it off. They'd spend more time and money trying to get Dumber and his insurance company to pay for obviously a construction error, whatever level. Subcontractor failed to shut the door. They didn't secure it down below, whatever the issue is. But clearly he doesn't want to pay for it because that's what some insurance agents do. They don't honor their contracts. They just try to avoid paying them. And they're the ones that give insurance companies a bad name. And there's obviously no adult watching some of these behaviors because they go, man, you're screwing this guy over this amount of money for what is obviously a construction error where they failed to secure the door down below. Oh yeah, it's the bottom line, baby. And that's sad because it presents my contractor, Lance, who historically I have adored, in an unfavorable light. Now, he doesn't have any control over this, but realize when I told Lance about the destruction of the door a few weeks ago, he said he would pay for it. And he still may pay for it But I have the feeling that he's trying to renege on his verbal promise. Now, is that an integrity issue? Some would say, yeah, it's an integrity issue. If you say you're going to pay for something, you do it. You don't wishy-washy and say, oh, I've changed my mind. I had to send it through the insurance agent. And the agent, of course, is doing exactly what we'd expect an agent to do, which is deny every claim and throw it back on me. But that's not the point. If you tell me, the client, that you, the contractor, Lance, are going to pay for it, then you frickin' honor your word. You just do it. You don't debate it. You don't argue it. You don't come up with some multiple excuses why you're not going to follow through on what you said you're going to do. You have to have integrity. Your word is your bond. It's your contract. And when someone fails to follow through on that, I think less of them. Now, this may not be the end of the story, but I really do feel that there has been a lack of honesty in this. I, of course, just said up front, this is what needs to be done. He said, sure. And now he's sort of, it appears like backing out of the deal by making it the responsibility of the insurance company. So I'm dissatisfied and I'm happy. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Lance is a man of his word and does what he says he's going to do and honors his verbal agreement. Or maybe I've learned something about that. Once again, I'm way too trusting. I really believe that people, when they give you their word, really mean that they've given you their word. If they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. They don't wishy-washy and waffle later on and try to find an excuse to back out of their word. They just own it and deal with it. But we'll see. But it's a Wednesday. It's 40 degrees. There's a light breeze. It's looking good. The vinyl crew guys, Rafael and Jorge and Ronnie, are back. And they're finishing up the vinyl in the back, which is what you see here. And I do like these guys. They do good work. I really do appreciate everything they do. But I don't like insurance agents, the ones that are jerks. I find them reprehensible, disgusting, annoying, and they give the whole industry a bad reputation. And justifiably so. Not all insurance claims adjusters, not all agents, but man, enough of them that it becomes a stereotype. So I hope you're having 40-degree weather with the sun out, because it's gorgeous here. It's been a very nice fall. It's technically not winter yet. So take care. Love you all. Bye.